welcome to the live stream. Are we live? It should be showing up momentarily. Yes, it looks like it is in fact showing up momentarily, which is very nice indeed. Welcome to another Twitch stream where today we are doing something pretty exciting because for a long time, ever since the end of episode 100 of A Thinking Pack on the YouTube channel, by the way, if you guys haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out. It's on the YouTube channel, link in the in whatever they call it, the panels, I think. Basically the description of Twitch, but it's called panels, but there is a link to the A Thinking Pack original, to the main channel, which has A Thinking Pack on it. But what we're doing today is we are going ahead and trying A Thinking Pack version 2, which is finally set up after quite a number of months. We now have here, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen, it says Minecraft 1.12.2. That is the version of Minecraft that we are in right now. G1 Games Twitch, welcome to you, hello to you, and welcome to the day, welcome to the stream. We are going ahead and trying A Thinking Pack. This is now a public mod pack, which is very nice. There is, you can go check it out if you want. I'm going to get a link for you in the chat. Let's go ahead and see. I think if I click this button, but it is now a public mod pack, so you guys can play around with it, play along with it, play around with it, if you choose to do so. You don't have to, but it is completely up to you. But we are getting into A Thinking Pack, and here would be the link to the page with the public mod pack on it. What we are doing today is testing, because it is the first day ever. I haven't even tested this thing, so like all I've done with it so far is basically just open the mod pack, load up a test world just to make sure that it, you know, loads everything, it doesn't crash on the way. But I haven't tested anything beyond that, and still have to figure out exactly what we are doing with things. And speaking of what we are doing with things, has the notification gone out on Discord yet? No, it has not. Okay. Well, okay, so we shall wait to really get into it until the notification goes out on Discord. But in any case, if you guys are just tuning into the stream, welcome to you. We are currently getting ready to try A Thinking Pack, as you can see in the bottom left of the screen. It is for version 1.12.2 now. We have finished updating it. We have not tested it yet, and it is now a public mod pack. If you guys are just tuning in, the link, I think you can't see the previous part of the chat. Let me know if you need the link to get to the public mod pack. But yeah, so we can go ahead and try this out. Let's go ahead and jump into here. Let's delete the test world, because we do need the test world. Never mind. Let's go ahead and make a new test world, because we are testing. Test world. There we go. We are testing to make sure everything works properly, because this has not been tested yet. So we've got different world types: super flat, large biomes, amplified, customized, and default. If you guys have any suggestions what we should do when we get into the actual series, this series will be similar to the previous A Thinking Pack, except that this will be a series of live streams rather than a series of recorded videos. That is the idea. So if you guys have any suggestions for the series, and we can chat while we're going, stuff like that. This is probably going to be like a mixture between the Let's Chat live streams that we've been doing, and just like doing that on A Thinking Pack. So that's kind of the idea. So building terrain here. And we shall see. This is available on the Twitch launcher, by the way, so you can go ahead, if you use the Twitch launcher for Minecraft mod packs, you can go ahead and get this for yourself if you choose to do so. And if it chooses to load the terrain, then we'll be good to go. Now, A Thinking Pack, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with A Thinking Pack, basically, should have mentioned it like a few minutes ago, but in any case, we're just getting into this now. So basically what A Thinking Pack is basically a simple matter of it is simple. Too simple. Basically, that's the idea with it. I don't know if you've ever heard the phrase, actually this is in the description on the Twitch launcher, but if you've ever heard the phrase before, when someone says like, it's quiet, too quiet, it means like something is not as it seems. And with A Thinking Pack, it is simple in the fact that, as you'll be able to see once we actually get loaded in there, we have very few mods in A Thinking Pack. It is based around the right-handed keyboard mode. Need to actually switch all the keyboard around. Oh, here's why we're getting some lag. I forgot the Twitch preview is still running. Okay, hang on. Let's pause that. but a thinking pack is having very few mods, and basically the idea of it, it seems simple. What it is, it's based around the mods. Which would that be? Let's just find the list here. The mods, Computercraft, CC tweaked actually, because Computercraft isn't for 1.12, but there's a open source version of it, sort of, kind of thing. Not sure exactly, but anyways. Computercraft tweaked, Railcraft, so we can get like a lot of trains and things, and Galacticraft. And those are the 3 mods it's centered around, and then there's a few other mods mixed into it, such as... okay, we just need to wait for this to load. Loading for the first time. It's going to be a little bit slow, and especially since we need to actually set all of our video settings, because I haven't actually done that yet. G1 Games Twitch says, random idea, there's a setting to yourself in a cave. There's a setting to yourself in the cave, and there's no sky. What if you gotta try and survive? And by the way, your mic just stopped and turned on? Oh, is that because if I go back like this or something, I think, that's weird. Hopefully the mic is okay. Hopefully the mic is okay indeed. I will try to keep the volume loud enough so it gets through the noise gate filter. Maybe that's what's going on. Okay, so yeah, that's a good idea. The okay, so here's how a thinking pack works. We got the basic challenge. If you see it in the Twitch launcher page, basically, or the CurseForge page as well, because it's the same thing basically. The challenge of a thinking pack is to basically, it's okay. So it's simple in the fact that you have very few mods, but it's complicated in the fact that the few mods that you do have are very complicated to learn how to use. And so we've got mods such as, where's the list of mods? Let's go ahead and go in here. JEI integration, and need to change these video settings because it's getting a little bit laggy. We need to go ahead and fix that, but here we go, back and back. And okay, so here are the mods, and there are some items over top of the mods. Okay, hang on, let's go into that menu. There we go. Now we should be able to see the mod list properly. Okay, we got random items on top of it, but in any case, minor details to work out. So Applied Energistics 2, Buildcraft, we've got Computercraft tweaks, Chisel, so we can get a whole bunch of really neat looking blocks and things, which we couldn't do last season, Ender Storage, and Ex Compressum and Ex Nihilo Creatio. Those are basically the mods, and it is basically centered around Computercraft, Railcraft, and Galacticraft, so it's complicated in the fact that things are difficult to do. And your goal, back to what you were saying with challenges, the goal of a thinking pack, it's listed on the info page there. The challenge is to automate pretty much everything that you can automate using only these few mods. So it's like close to vanilla, but not vanilla. But you're automating pretty much anything, but using only those few mods. And that's challenge 1. Challenge 2 would be visit every planet and build a livable base on each one. So let's go ahead and check out the, well, let's change the video settings first of all, and then get to your suggestion in a minute. Okay, video settings, we need to get some more frame rate right here. So let's go ahead and set them like we usually have them, and might as well unlimit the frame rate. And we've got clouds off, we've got, let's turn off entity shadows, because why not? And VSync might as well, I think we turn that off usually? Can't quite remember. But I think we turn particles down to minimal, and no 3D anaglyph. Okay, so we should be good to go. We should, oh, you know what might be happening is a memory issue, maybe too much memory. Oh, and better FPS, we have to set that too. Because we got better FPS, we also got the zoom mod, which will set that up pretty soon as well. So, map. There we go. We have a galaxy map, which is very neat indeed. Very neat indeed. So, challenge number 1, automate pretty much everything using only these few mods. Challenge number 2, visit every planet on the solar system, and, well, that's visitable at least, and build a livable base on each planet. Challenge number 3, bonus challenge, build a big rail system with Railcraft. Those are the challenges. The obstacles are no nether, which makes it very difficult in a couple of ways. One is that there's no fast traveling through nether portals, so you're kind of forced to either walk or use trains, which makes it a little bit more interesting, like challenging. And the other fact is you can't get quartz and all kinds of netherrack and mostly quartz because you can't go to the nether. You can't get blaze rods. You can get them, but you get them through Ex Nihilo, I think it was. Thinking back, one we use Minechem, but in this we use, I think it's Ex Nihilo. And that's the idea. So there's some items you can't really get very easily because you can't go to the nether, and you can't fast travel, and no potions, enchantments, or magic. That is the second challenge. And the reason for that is because, basically, then it just makes things a little bit more difficult. It makes it more of a tech mod pack than a challenge mod pack. Okay, peaceful mode, which again is like the nether thing in making some things harder to acquire. Now, if you guys think we should change that, I'm not sure whether we should go for peaceful mode in this version or go for the, what's the word, hard mode. We could set it in hard mode so that it gets more difficult with the monsters going around all over the place, or we could stay in peaceful mode because that means all of the mob drops like bones and rotten flesh and all those things, not that rotten flesh is very useful, but bones are very useful, you can't get them very easily. You have to use Ex Nihilo. Okay, and use very few mods. So that's basically the concept of a thinking pack. Now, that's the concept. We are trying to automate everything and visit every planet in the solar system. Now, what G1 Games was saying, random idea, there's a setting, I think what he's saying, there's a setting to yourself in a cave and there's no sky. I think what he's saying is you set yourself to stay underground in a cave and not go up to the sky. That is a good idea. I'm not sure that would work out very well necessarily, because we kind of need to be on the surface a whole lot, but something like that. Still haven't decided. The first season, I guess you could say, the first season of a thinking pack, we did a whole underground base thing, and the thing with the underground base thing is that we did that already, so it's we kind of need to do something different with that, perhaps, unless you guys think we should still go for an underground base thing, or we should change it up or something. Okay, now here is the challenge for today, and the challenge for today is to test this custom mod pack, get it up and running properly. That is the idea, and whoops, need to press escape again, because we are getting some serious frame rate lag. Oh, it's the RAM. Oh, that's it. Okay, the memory. Using 7 gigabytes out of 7.9. Why are we using so much RAM? Okay, so our challenge for today is simply to get it set up and working, and did the Discord notification go out? Yes, it did. Okay, good. Good indeed. It is out. It is very nice indeed. Okay. Well then, we are good to go, and we need to figure this out. We need to figure out how to... okay, so what's using RAM? Need to speed this up. The system RAM is limited. Oh, okay, so Minecraft is using a lot. OBS is using a reasonable amount. Firefox a reasonable amount. So what is going on? Why are we using 7.0 out of 7.9 gigabytes? No idea. How's the Minecraft RAM going? Let's go ahead and quickly just change the controls, because that is essential for left-handed operation. And sneak. And wow, this is really laggy. We need to go ahead and get this sorted out. That is the issue. And if you guys, let me know if any of you guys try this mod pack for yourself, the public version, and you're getting any performance issues, and you find that some of these performance fixes that I'm doing right now throughout this live stream, if they work for you, then let me know, and I can try to add them to the mod pack, the public download, so that it just downloads with those performance improvements built into it. That is the idea. So let me know if you guys have any issues with it. We don't want auto jump. Okay. It could also be because of streaming and recording and playing at the same time. That usually does something to it, but we can get it going pretty well with Hypixel. Speaking of Hypixel, we use Better FPS for that. What version of Better FPS? No, what settings do we use? That's the question. Okay, inventory, drop selected item. Wow, this is going really slow to scroll down. We really need to improve this. Okay, so here we go. And if you guys have any questions about a thinking pack, how everything works, or about the public mod pack, or about pretty much anything, then just go ahead and let me know, and we can go ahead and discuss it, do different things, whatever. Okay, open close inventory equals Swap item in hands, F. Okay, there we go. And, okay, the scrolling is speeding up a little bit. When the scrolling is slow, then you got a real problem. Okay, so, list players, tab. We need miscellaneous advancements. Okay, let's change that from L to A. Not A. S. There we go, because A was in use. Okay, we want to toggle perspective being, was it N? I think it was N. Okay, and then we don't want full screen. Take screenshot, okay. Okay, moving on. Moving on. We've got Galacticraft, Galaxy Map, alright. That's nice indeed. Open spaceship inventory, toggle sensor goggles mode, okay. Where are we? We've got a lot of key conflicts, it looks like, here. But it's okay. Not enough items. Okay, we got some world controls for NEI, we can work that out later. Railcraft, we've got locomotive commands, we can deal with that later. Okay, simple zoom. Simple zoom, yes, we want that to be space. There we go. So our jump button is right alt, and then simple zoom is space. Very nice indeed. JEI has some buttons here. And okay, so here we go. Alright, so hopefully the mic is still going as it's supposed to be going. It seems to sound okay for me, so hopefully it sounds okay for you guys. Okay, so it looks like we are down at the bottom of the list there. We can now exit and try to deal with some of these frame rate issues. What is going on with that? Okay, now that we have our controls usable, we can go ahead and there we go. Whoa! Okay. 3 FPS, that would be the problem. Hang on. Okay, we have not had 3 FPS in any Minecraft profile yet. And even when I was testing this, I didn't have 3 FPS. So, okay, we need to sort this out. This is why today is Custom Modpack Testing Day. Custom Modpack Testing Day, that is what today is. And so we need to go ahead and sort this out. So, we've got... Oh, could it be the... Wait a second. Could it be the way OBS is grabbing it? Is it grabbing it through game capture or through window capture? Let's check that out. That can make a big difference sometimes, depending on the game, depending on the exact situation, and it is game capture. So, okay, so that is good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. Well then, okay, pause the Twitch preview. It started again. There we go. Clicked on it by accident. Okay. Okay, so we need to fix better FPS first of all. So let's go ahead and head into options, better FPS options. Okay, Riven's half algorithm. We want fast beacon. Yes, beacon beam. That's not slowing us down right now. Fog. Let's go for fast fog. We want fast hopper. Yes, and we want to set the algorithm. And we can click through a whole bunch of different algorithms here. And the question is, which one do we use for Hypixel? Because Hypixel works just fine. So, let's... Oh, hold right click on a button for more information? Oh, okay. The algorithm for calculating sine and cosine. Shift click me to test algorithms. This will take a few seconds. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, so shift... What did it say? Shift right click? Or did it say that? Shift click to test algorithms. So if we shift click, we should get it benchmarking out algorithms. There we go. Riven's algorithm, very nice indeed. Let's go ahead and do it again just to see, because sometimes it gives you different results different times. And doing it again. Yep, seems to be good. Okay, so let us click done. Let us go ahead and restart the game, because that is necessary to have better FPS take effect. Alright, we are slowly figuring out these testing issues for the custom Minecraft mod pack. We had about 3 FPS, which is understandable for a mod pack that is in the testing phase. Although when I was testing it aside from the stream, okay, something interesting here, but when I was testing it aside from the stream, I was getting above 60, no problem. If I remember correctly. It was smooth, at least. It was pretty smooth. So definitely not 3 FPS. Now, could be a RAM bottleneck issue. And so, because... Okay, let's go ahead and load this up again. Click play. Also, there's a conflict between the Twitch launcher. For some reason, is not holding the proper resolution settings. No idea why. But the resolution is supposed to be 1080 by 600. That's the resolution to fit it on the monitor properly, and the Twitch launcher keeps setting it to 1024 by 768, which is odd. The launcher on the Mac didn't do that, but the launcher on the PC is, so not sure why that's going like that. But in any case, it is loading up here, and if you guys happen to try this mod pack for yourself, if you happen to have any issues with it, then let me know, and we can sort of I can try to put out a bug fix update for the mod pack. Oh, speaking of bug fix updates, some of these mods, all of the mods are in release version except for Forge is the latest version. So that could have something to do with it. Okay, gonna keep an eye on the memory. So we were having a memory bottleneck where we were having 7 gigabytes full out of 7.9 in the total system. So Minecraft is allowed to use 2 gigabytes, so we should see... Let's go ahead and let this load, and we should see the RAM going up, but it should run smoother this time, hopefully, because we set the better FPS settings differently. So it should theoretically work. As you can see, it is loading in very nicely. That is always good. But we shall see what exactly is going on once it is up. And I think I've already said this, but in any case, if you guys have any suggestions for how to fix the 3 FPS lag, then go ahead and let me know. But for now, we are almost there. The RAM is only at 5.6 gigabytes, which is good. It was at 7. Maybe just simply restarting Minecraft is all that was necessary. You never know. So we shall see. We changed the better FPS algorithm. Maybe one other better FPS setting. We changed some video settings for Minecraft as well. And we restarted. So it should be running better. Hopefully. We've got 3 out of 7 stages done, initializing Minecraft engine. And you know what? It's possible. I don't know what. Why does it take so long to load a mod pack that only has technically 30 mods in it? Is the way that it counts it. So why does it take this long to load a 30 mod pack when there's some 200 mod packs that don't take much longer than this to load? No idea. If you guys have any suggestions, then go ahead and let me know. But for now, we can go ahead and try to get this up and running and see what exactly is going on. Come on. Okay, you know what could be happening? Because we have the chisel mod in here, which makes things look really nice. But it has about 500,000 different block models and things, so that could be what it's all loading while it's trying to load the Minecraft up here. Okay. Okay. Almost there. And our RAM usage for Minecraft is within reasonable parameters, so that is okay. Hopefully, like, not sure which way the RAM is getting bottlenecked. Okay, RAM is going up. Total usage is 6.2 gigabytes now, out of 7.9. There we go. The game is back up and running. And CPU is dropping back down from 90 back down to 55, which is very nice. Memory is still up pretty high, 6.3 out of 7.9. But, oh, the menus are responsive at least. That's a good sign. And why does jump say it's conflicting with a key? That is weird. Not sure what's going on with that. Okay. Could that be the problem, if jump is conflicting with something? Oh, you know what? I think I'm talking too quiet. That's probably why the mic is cutting out. Okay. But yeah, so if jump is conflicting with something, then that could be doing it. Okay, so before we load this in, let's set our video settings just to make sure. Use videos, don't know whether that is helpful or not, so let's go ahead and jump into this right here now. Okay, and better FPS should be set. Riven's algorithm, okay, and we've got some stuff. Basically what you guys want to do with better FPS, if you guys are testing it, is like the tooltip says here, shift-click to test algorithms, so find the best one for your computer, because that is the thing, is it's different on every computer. and then basically go ahead and use whatever it suggests. That is the idea. So, test world, now we can go ahead and jump into this again and see. Hopefully it runs faster than 3 FPS, because 3, we want a multiple of 10, actually a multiple of 20 off of 3, we want 60 instead of 3. So, okay, so RAM is still 6.4 out of 7.9 gigabytes. We are still having some extra space, which is good. Very nice indeed. Okay. Okay, then. We are almost ready to go. Loading terrain. Oh, this is going a little bit faster, it seems, than last time. Yes, it loaded in faster than last time. That is good. Maybe it was just being the first time to load the mod pack. That's maybe what the issue was. Press F3. We got 1 FPS, but it is still loading in, which is understandable. Let's go ahead and try to get into flight mode and fly up here. Oh, nope, this is not going to work. We must be having a conflict between different mods somehow. We must be... You know what? Hang on. There's too much lag, I can't get into flight mode. I want to see what's going on with the chunks. Let's go into spectator mode if that's a thing. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay. Because you have to double press space to get into flight mode, but when you got 1 FPS, you can't really double press space. It doesn't really work very well. Okay, so I want to get up here so that we can see exactly what's going on around here. And why in the world is it because we don't have enough RAM for it? Is it because we have too much RAM for it? Is it because of something else entirely? Okay, the debug pie, the hidden FPS. Let's go ahead and, as you can see in the F3 screen here, the bottom line talks about the debug pie and the hidden FPS. And so let's go ahead and activate those. There we go. Okay. So that what you're seeing on the screen there, that big red thing over there is showing you the FPS. So it's supposed to be down in the, basically, whoops, let's press T so that we can get our mouse back. Okay, so, oh, and you can't even see the mouse anyway. Basically, that box at the bottom left of the screen is supposed to show you below the 60 line is running smoothly, below the 30 line is running half smoothly, and above that, like where it is right now, is running very badly. So, what's the pie chart say on the right? Okay, so it claims the tick speed of Minecraft is taking a long time. So, if that's what the issue is, that could be a number of things. That could be, I don't know. Let's get rid of that giant red thing. We want debug pie. There we go. Okay, so we want to basically turn down the tick rendering speed. That's the, not turn down the tick rendering speed, speed up the tick rendering. That is the idea. So, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar with Minecraft, tick speeds, basically what it is, and I'm just going to go ahead and try to find the save folder for this and try to get it fixed. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's see. Open folder, here we go. And see, you guys can't see this unfortunately, but you can see the tick rendering debug pie. Basically what's going on. How Minecraft renders things, as I understand it, is basically you get the world updates certain things that need to be updated in the world, and then it draws it to the screen, basically. And it has a cycle of 20 times per second, I think it was. I think it's 20 times per second that it updates the Minecraft world. But if it's taking too long, that's what the blue part on the pie is, the debug pie. If it's taking too long, then it just basically runs way too slowly. So, we need to get this sorted out. So, config. Okay, so looking in the Minecraft folder, we've got a whole bunch of folders here. We've got assets, config, downloads, local, logs, mods, resource packs, save, snapshots, server, manifest.json, Minecraft instance.json, mod list options. Those are two different things, mod list and options. And then user cache and username cache. Okay, so most likely in config and no idea what to look for. No idea which mod might be causing the problem. Or if it is OBS itself. Let's go ahead and check that. I'm going to go ahead and disable the game capture for a moment. and see if it speeds up anything at all. Nope. Still getting 1 FPS. Okay, let's go ahead and re-enable the game capture. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess all there is... Wait, splash.properties. Splash.properties. We need to open it in a text file. Notepad, there we go. Splash.properties is a thing on the Mac. When I used to play a Thinking Pack on the Mac, I had to change something in Splash.properties. If you guys ever run into an issue where with Minecraft Forge installed, all your text, like the F3 screen and the main menu screen and all that, all your text is scrambled, that was something I had to fix that by going into Splash.properties and turning off something. I think it was where it says enabled equals true. I think that was what I turned off. I don't remember. Okay. So most likely we have a mod conflict of some sort or something. Not entirely sure why it is taking so incredibly long to render frames. It got up to 8 FPS for a moment there, which is good. So I don't see anything in Splash.properties. You know what we could do is we could disable mods one at a time and see how long until it works. That is possible. That is possible. Find out what the issue is. So let's go ahead and do that. And while it is loading, I'm going to go through the config files. And wait a minute, did it just jump up to 22? It did just jump up to 22 for a second there. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. It's back down to 3, but it did get to 22 for a moment, which is good. Hang on, let's just quickly check better FPS. Let's just quickly check better FPS, because that has a bigger effect than a lot of other mods on the frame rate. So, algorithm ribbons, looking through betterfps.json in the config folder. Algorithm ribbons, update checker true, pre-allocate memory false, fog false. This is just a list of all the settings that we saw in the menu there, so, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and look through. I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, so quit this. And this is why we test. This is why we test, because if you start disabling mods for your regular worlds, then you can break things, but we don't have any regular worlds that we want to keep running right now, so we can just go ahead and play around with this. So, I'm going to start by disabling the ones that I think are most likely the culprits, and the obvious one is Chisel, because Chisel has many block models and complicated things, and it takes a little more rendering. But it's not actually, there was no chisel blocks rendering on the screen right there, so there should be no reason to, wait, before we do that, let's turn chisel back on. This is easy to do, by the way, in the Twitch launcher. It's very nice indeed. There's a list of everything except Galacticraft, because Galacticraft wasn't actually part of the Twitch launcher. I had to add it separately, sort of. Not separately, but like add it into the pack through the approval method rather than the just ticking the box method, if that makes any sense. But basically, okay, so first thing, let's try. You know, I was saying that resolution thing. Maybe it's just a conflict between Twitch wants it to be a certain resolution, 1024 by 768, whereas I told the... So basically what happens is you have the Twitch launcher, you go ahead and click play, it launches a version of the Minecraft launcher. It's not your regular Minecraft launcher, but it is that. And then in there I went and changed the resolution because Twitch wouldn't change it. And then from there you click play and load the game. So, hello. Thought I clicked play. Oh, there we go. So maybe if we keep it the resolution that it wants to be, maybe then it will work. We shall see. We shall see indeed. Alright, so we'll let that load. While it is loading, I'm going to go ahead and look through the configs. So, let's start with, so all the mods are active right now. Okay, let's check the Forge stuff first. Okay, Forge configuration file. Client. This one says toggle off to make missing model text in the GUI fit inside the slot. Okay, we don't have a problem with that. Looking for something basically that says speed it up. Okay. Enable uploading cloud geometry to the GPU for faster rendering. True. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, let me check the GPU usage. That's on a different meter. What was the password? Have to put in the administrator password. I forget what it was. Oh yeah. There we go. Whoops, mistyped the last letter. You know, you go to hit enter and you hit another letter on the way. There we don't go. What? Let's try that again. Am I typing? I'm typing the wrong password. Oh yes. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I've just been dealing with another computer trying to get it up and running and working properly and all that. And been going through a whole lot of different passwords, and so just remembered them wrong. Okay, so why we were opening the GPU meter was to see if that tells us anything helpful about why it is running so slowly. Okay, anyways, back to the point. We want to see something about rendering differently. We want to see something about rendering differently. Okay, so disable culling of hidden faces next to stairs and slabs. Causes extra rendering, but may fix some resource packs that exploit this vanilla mechanic. Okay, so causes extra rendering, so we want that disabled, and it is false. Okay, I'm looking through forge.cfg right now. For those of you guys who are maybe following along or something, maybe on the YouTube playback or something. Okay. Next option, enable Forge to queue all chunk updates to the chunk update thread. That has potential. May increase FPS significantly, but may also cause weird rendering lag. Not recommended for computers without a significant number of cores available. Oh. Okay, so that has potential. We have to understand what that said, but first, this is up now. And since this is up and loaded now, let's see if just having the different resolution makes a big difference. Let's see. Loading in here, and okay, so that option that we're thinking may fix it, that option says enable Forge to queue all chunk updates to the chunk update thread may increase FPS significantly if you turn it on. That's good. But may also cause weird rendering lag. So may increase FPS, but may cause weird rendering lag. So it's like yes and no at the same time. Is this trying to be a politician or something? Say yes and no at the same time. May increase FPS, but may also cause weird rendering lag. Not recommended for computers without a significant number of cores available. So if you don't have a significant number of cores, it's not recommended. I have quad-core 8 thread. So when they say significant, do they mean 8 cores, or do they mean like 2 cores or something? Okay. Well, we are getting with this different resolution. Maybe it's just because it hasn't loaded in yet. We were getting between 5 and 10 FPS. Oh, now we're getting 1. Great. Oh, 3. Okay, that's better. 4, 7, 12, 10. Okay, so with a different resolution, it improved it slightly. But that, of course, makes it look weird on the screen, as you guys can see. Okay, 17. Oh, 13. 7, 10. Okay, we're getting a little bit of an improvement. Slowly spinning around here. Okay, I think it's still a setting issue. Let's take a look for something. Okay, so you know what? Maybe we should try that. That setting that we were just looking at. Enable Forge to queue all chunk updates to the chunk update thread. Let's go ahead and try that out. Let's go ahead and quit this. Once again. Aha, there we go. Okay, so let's change false to true in the forge.cfg config file for those of you guys who are just tuning in or something. Okay, we've got that has been changed. Now we can go ahead and hit play, and we can go ahead and see. We can go ahead and see what is happening here. Get the launcher loaded. Let's set the resolution again to the way that we want it to be. 1080 by 600. There we go. And save. And play. Okay, so we've disabled Enable Forge to queue all chunk updates to the chunk update thread. So hopefully that fixes something. Or it makes it worse, like they're saying. It could make it worse. Okay, next one. Allow item rendering to detect emissive quads and draw them properly. This allows glowing blocks to look the same in item form, but incurs a very slight performance hit. Okay, incurs a very slight performance hit. It is enabled, but it's very slight, so we should move on, I guess. Okay, next one. Control the range of sky blending, and where's the game? It should be showing up pretty soon. There we go. It'll be showing on the screen for you guys pretty soon. There we go. Excellent indeed. Okay. Control the range of sky blending for colored skies in biomes. Biome sky blend range. Okay, that's a big list of numbers. Enable the Forge block rendering pipeline. Fixes the lighting of custom models. That doesn't say anything about speed. When enabled is the next one. Make specific reload tasks such as language changing quicker to run. Okay, that doesn't sound helpful. General. Okay, set to true to disable Forge's version check mechanics. Don't need that. Don't need to worry about that, rather. Controls, next one. Controls the number threshold at which packet 51 is preferred over packet 52. Default and minimum 64. Maximum 1024. No idea what that means, but it doesn't seem to have anything to do with speed. We're going through the Forge thing right now because most likely that's what's going on, but we shall see. Set to true to enable the post-initialization sorting of crafting recipes using Forge's sorter. May cause desyncing on conflicting recipes. What? I'm not following. Okay. That doesn't sound like it has anything to do with... It sounds like it's sorting recipes, not have to do with speed. Okay. We're about more than halfway done. Set this to true to remove any entity that throws an error in its update method instead of closing the server and reporting a crash log. That is not about speed. Okay. Set this to true to remove any tile entity that throws an error in its update method instead of closing the server and reporting a crash log. Okay, we don't need that. Set this to true to check the entire entity's collision bounding box for ladders instead of just the block they are in. Causes noticeable difference in mechanics, so default is vanilla behavior. Okay, that's not speed. Base zombie summoning spawn chance allows changing the bonus zombie mechanic, summoning mechanic. We don't need that. Chance, next one, chance that the zombie or subclass is a baby allows changing the zombie spawning mechanic. Okay, don't need that. Let's try to go through this a little bit faster. Log cascading chunk generation issues during terrain population. Okay, so it is logging that. Fix vanilla issues that cause world gen cascading. This does change vanilla world gen, so do not report bugs related to world differences if this flag is on. I don't know what that means. The time in ticks, the server will wait when a dimension was queued to unload. Speaking of server, do you guys think it might help to run this as two separate processes, one as a server and one as the game? That's always possible. Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and load this up again. Okay, the time in ticks, the server will wait when a dimension was queued to unload. This can be useful when rapidly loading and unloading dimensions. Okay, that's not particularly helpful. And then version checking, and then after that, I think that's it. Okay, yeah, so we checked the entire forge.config, forge.cfg. We changed one specific setting. And what was that setting? Oh, Minecraft is not responding. Oh, it is responding once again. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. Okay. We are here. We've got 2 FPS once again. We shall wait for the chunks to load. And then reset the change that we made and try something different. We shall try, I think, disabling chisel this time and see what that does. Okay. Yeah, we're getting 5, 6 FPS, 1, 2. We are still loading chunks in. You know what? We should... Options. We should, for the sake of testing, to try to get it somewhat stable, let's go down to 4 chunks. Normally we play around 6 to 8, but let's go down to 4 just so that it loads in a little bit quicker. Okay, yep, it's loading in. It is taking a while. Let's go ahead and time set. Time set 0, there we go. Yep, this is not looking hopeful. Oh, actually jumped up to 20, 11, 22, 18, 33, 30, 22. Whoa, okay, we are jumping up a bit. 5, 2, 4, 9, 27, 20, let's spin around, 3, 6. Okay, we got a little bit higher of a score than we have previously, which is good, very good indeed. But now we're back down to 2 and 3. Okay, so what was it we changed? Because it appears to have, oh, let's check on the, oh yes, it was the thing that said that it'll increase CPU usage. Yeah, our CPU is around 74%, 80% right now. So we are getting a little bit faster frame rate, but our CPU usage is jumping up so high that it's not going to be good. It's going to slow the entire computer down, which is not very good. So let's go ahead and quit this. Go ahead and set. Let's disable chisel. Let's try that. Let's disable chisel, and let's... where was the setting? We want to reset what we just did. It was... yes, enable Forge to queue all chunk updates to the chunk update thread. May increase FPS significantly, but may also cause weird rendering lag. Okay, so let's set that back. False, there we go. Save that. Okay, so this time, let's tell it to load again, and what we do this time, now that that has been set back, let's disable chisel, because in case that's what's going on. Is there another one to disable too? Because chisel, didn't it require another supporting mod or something? Hang on. I'm gonna check that just before we load it. Just before we load it, see if there's a supporting mod that needs to be disabled too. Okay, going on the website, and going to... On the CurseForge website, we got a Thinking Pack 2, we've got dependencies, we've got chisel, there we go, and what does it say it requires? Relations, dependencies for chisel, connected textures mod, but it didn't, I don't have that, and it didn't say that it needed it. Oh, I do have that! Okay, well let's disable the connected textures mod as well. There we go. Okay, here we go. We've got disabled the connected textures mod, we've disabled chisel, and we shall see if it loads. Now. Okay, we shall see. We shall see. Okay, here we go. And then let's continue going through. I'll keep reading to you guys the modification list, the config list, that's the word for it. Set the resolution, 1080 by 600, save, play. Okay, so now without chisel, and without the connected textures mod, because those things theoretically should slow it down a bit, so disabling them should speed it up a bit. Shall see. Okay. Well, let's check the forge chunk loading.cfg. That might be it. That should be another config file, and Minecraft should be loading pretty soon. What's going on? It's taking a while. There we go. It showed up on the screen. Should be showing up in OBS for you guys pretty soon. Configuration file for forge chunk loading.cfg. Okay. Okay, we got it is coming on the screen. Very nice indeed. It should load a whole lot faster without chisel involved as well, theoretically. Default configuration for Forge chunk loading control, defaults are mod overrides enabled. Yes. Oh, so that means the Forge chunk loading can be overridden by mods. So if we have two mods that are conflicting or something, that could have something to do with it. Next setting, the default maximum number of chunks. So we have to look, basically we have to look for in the other mod configs if one of those mods is interfering with it. Okay, the default maximum number of chunks, and often, by the way, what can often happen with mods is that you just change a simple setting in one of the mods, and then it's like, oh, suddenly now everything works, you know? That's often what can happen. We shall see if it will happen for us today or not. So, anyways, next setting, the default maximum number of chunks a mod can force per ticket. Okay, for a mod without an override, this is the maximum number of chunks a single ticket can force. It doesn't say anything about speed. The default maximum ticket count for a mod which does not have an override. Okay, so just skimming through this, the number of tickets a player can be assigned instead of a mod. This is shared across all mods. Okay, unloaded chunks can first be kept in a dominant cache for quicker loading times. Okay. Okay, so I don't see anything helpful here, except to know that apparently mods can override the chunk loading, which could be why we were getting some frame rate if two mods are conflicting on that. That is possible. Apparently it's not loading a whole lot faster than before, so maybe Chisel isn't the issue? Maybe Chisel isn't the issue, but we shall see. There's a config file I don't recognize here. It's called ctm.cfg. Let's go ahead and check that out. Configuration file general, it's a simple one. It says, choose whether the inside corner is disconnected on a CTM block. No idea what a CTM block is. But it's disabled, so I don't know. Oh, connected textures. Connected textures, not sure what the M is. Okay, anyways, we are now loaded once again. We shall see now once again what is going on here. So, single player test world, we shall see where are we going in here. We can go into here. We've got getting tongue tied again. We got Chisel disabled. We've got the connected textures mod disabled. Forge mod loader detected missing registry entries. There are 516 missing entries in this save. If you continue, the missing entries will get removed. A world backup will be automatically created in your saves directory. Yes, we know that we disabled Chisel. Let's go ahead and load it. And let's keep looking through config files. So, we've got, which ones do you guys think might be the issue here? We've got splash.properties, we already checked that one, I think. We've got xcompressum.cfg, we've got Ender Storage, ComputerCraft, CodeChickenLib. Oh, you know what? Let's check CodeChickenLib next. Let's go ahead and just get F3 up and running. Oh, is this loading faster than before? Or is that just my imagination? Maybe it's just imagination because 7 FPS. 3, 2... Okay, then. Oh, wait. 30? 20? 19? 30? 20? Okay. 50? 13? 8? 7? 10? 38? 28? 48? Okay, we're getting closer. We're still not reaching the threshold that we need to reach yet. We're trying to get up into above 60, comfortably above 60. We're trying to get into the 70s or 80s is kind of where we're aiming for. So, CodeChickenLib, because that is a support mod, so that can change a lot of things. So let's go ahead and check that config. Okay, client settings. With this enabled, CCL CodeChickenLib will catch all exceptions thrown whilst rendering blocks. If an exception is caught, the block will not be rendered, so that's not helpful. Next setting. With this enabled, CodeChickenLib will catch all exceptions thrown whilst rendering items. By default, CCL will only enhance the crash report, but with... Okay, so this is about crash reporting. Next one, with this enabled, CCL will attempt to recover item rendering after an exception is thrown. So this is about exceptions and things. Warning, this might cause issues with some mods. Some mods modify the GL state rendering items. Okay. Okay, something about GL states and things, nothing about speed. Nothing about speed. Okay. Anyways, we have... Oh, we're back down to 2 FPS. Oh, now up to 55, 66, 49, 67, 60, 16, 2. Wait, I'm gonna... Okay, not touch the mouse for a minute and see what's going on here. Let's see, because... Oh, wait, let's move the mouse off of that window there. Because I thought what happened was when I moved the mouse, it dropped back down. But apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, so that is interesting indeed. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong button over here. Alright. Oh, we got 55, we got 55, we got 60, 46, 81, 85. Okay, click on Minecraft and it jumps up in frame rate. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Okay, we've got 10. 9, 20, 16, 7, 16, 14. Okay, we've got 20. We've got... Oh, new follower, Zimmertrax547. Welcome to you. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Twitch stream. Zimmertrax says, first, why do you love Minecraft videos? Because Minecraft's a lot of fun. Minecraft's a lot of fun, and especially modded Minecraft, you can do a lot with playing around with it, doing different things with it, and changing things around, and trying different things. And also troubleshooting, which is actually a lot of fun. It is actually a lot of fun. It can be frustrating when you're getting 3 FPS like this. Normally, when we're playing the previous Thinking Pack, or if we're playing the Hypixel server, or if we're playing like other things that we've been playing recently with Portal Gun and all that, we've been getting up above 60, between 60 and 120 FPS, and now for this one we're getting 2. We are bug testing this mod pack right here. If you want to try it out, then go ahead and check it out on the Twitch launcher. There's a link somewhere. There's no link somewhere. I should actually put that in a panel as well on Twitch. That would be helpful. But here we go. There would be a link for you. I'm gonna put it in the description here, and you're welcome to try it out on YouTube if you so choose. You're mentioning your YouTube channel there, and you're welcome to try this mod pack out if you so choose. I don't know if you do Minecraft stuff or not, because never actually checked your stuff out yet. Never done that yet, but we shall see. Okay, back to game. We need to fix this, though. So 6 FPS. So, okay, you know what? Hang on. Let's do a slight detour. Let's double check what is going on here. Let us quit this. Let's load up the old Thinking Pack for 1.7.10. Because that might tell us something. So apparently disabling Chisel only helped a little bit. It didn't ultimately help much, but just a little bit. So let's go ahead and re-enable them. Okay, so let's go ahead and just quickly check out the previous Thinking Pack for 1.7.10. Let's see if it is still working. If it is not working, then we know we've got another problem. But if it is working, then it's just a mod pack bug testing thing going on. So here we go. Play. What do we have here? We've got a loading screen. We've got a loading bar right here and a loading screen, and while we are waiting for it to show us the loading screen, which should be showing up pretty soon, we are loading a Thinking Pack for 1.7.10, seeing if that still works as it is supposed to be working. We are seeing that indeed. Okay, and while it is loading, there we go, it should be showing up on the screen momentarily. Okay, chisel.cfg. So Chisel, disabling Chisel did speed it up a bit. Okay, so we want to see if there's a Chisel configuration thing to change to speed it up some more. Auto Chisel. If true, the Auto Chisel will not function at all without power. Okay, that's not helpful. That's talking about an item that you use. What's going on with this? It's loading a black screen. Okay, well, that's not particularly helpful. Should the Chisel be damageable? The extra attack damage points in half hearts. The max damage. There we go. We got it loading. The max damage of the Diamond Chisel. The extra attack damage points. The max damage of the Eye Chisel. The extra attack damage points. If this is true, the Iron Chisel can left-click Chisel blocks. If this is true, the Iron Chisel can change its Chisel mode just as the Diamond Chisel can. We're looking for something to speed it up. The max damage. Client. Use old pillar textures. Make variations of blocks have the same name, and use the description in tooltip to distinguish them. Okay, that's just a sorting thing. Features. Oh, you can disable individual block features. Glowstone, iron, nether brick, sandstone. Oh, that's neat indeed, but not sure if that'll speed it up at all. Okay, we've got, that was a lot quicker as well compared to the 1.12 version. Okay, we are in 1.7.10 right now. And we are seeing... Oh, here's something interesting as well. This said 23 mods loaded, and the other for 1.12 said 30 mods loaded. So not sure which are the extra mods. Oh, not responding. Oh, now it is responding. And we've got 22 FPS. We got 24, 19, 27, 23, 26, 28. And what are our settings showing? 12 chunks of render distance, smooth lighting maximum, clouds on. Okay, VSync is off. Could VSync be the problem? Did we leave it on or did we turn it off? Particles minimal. Okay, so render distance of 12 chunks and it's running okay. 42, 35, okay. 17, well, it's running a little bit slow, but certainly a lot better. It's actually like playable like this. Certainly a whole lot better than 3 FPS. Okay. 20, 18, 22, 18, 22. Okay, this is pretty good. This is pretty good indeed. Reasonable, reasonable. I mean, it's pretty slow. We want 60 really. I think if we turn the render down, it might work better. Video settings, let's set it back to the 6 that we're used to. And we should see it jump up to 40. Nice. 46, 44. Nice indeed. Okay, 46, 43, 37, 38. Very nice indeed. 36. Okay, so we're getting above 30. That's acceptable. If we can get the new mod pack above 30, that would be definitely acceptable. Yes, this is nice indeed. Now, granted, we are on the moon, which kind of might do something about it. Let's go ahead and quit here. Head into the test world. There we go. Let's try that. And let's see. What have we here? What have we here? We've got a frame rate of loading in. This is the loading in frame rate. It is currently 13, 26, 24, 20, 27. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to 30, which is good. Let's turn away from our machines and see 30. Yeah, we're getting in the 30s. Very nice indeed. Okay, so we're getting pretty close to 30, so that is nice. Seems like something is slowing it down a little bit because we used to get... Didn't we used to get 60? So maybe it's something that's going on with the recording right now. Or something. Not sure. Not sure exactly what's going on with that. Gonna have to do a whole lot of troubleshooting apparently off camera. Apparently. But yeah, so let's go ahead and head back into the new version. If you guys would like to try this at any point, I think I might have to just end the stream soon because this is not working. And not sure what to do to fix it, aside from going through every single config item. So let's go through a little bit more, but then we might have to end it soon. But if you guys want to go ahead and check this out for yourself and try to figure out what's going on with it, then go ahead and try it. There should be a link somewhere somewhere around. It was in the Twitch chat. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna have to put it in the description if I remember, something like that. I'll have to figure that out. There is actually a link currently on my Twitter account on the Twitter page to this mod pack. So also just go ahead into the Twitch launcher and into the Minecraft browse mod packs and search Thinking. A Thinking Pack 2 doesn't bring it up for some reason, but just searching Thinking brings it up, at least for me. So, okay. Anyways, chisel, general. If true, you can chisel stone brick to mossy stone brick. Use alternative crafting recipe for chisel. If this is true, you can chisel from the chisel leaves back to vanilla ones. If this is false, you cannot allow stone to be chiseled. This is all like technicalities of how Chisel operates with blocks, not talking specifically about the speed of it. Kind of going through to find something about the speed, and looks like there's nothing about speed in Chisel. Okay. Well then, okay, so what do we have here? We can, you know what? Oh, let's take another strategy. Okay, completely different strategy. Completely different strategy. What we're going to do now is we are going to disable every mod in the pack, with the exception of Galacticraft, because that's not easily disableable. Disableable, there we go, that would be a word. Okay, so let's disable every mod in the pack. And just enough items, Railcraft, Shadowfax Forgeland, Simple Zoom, because that will tell us if it is a mod conflict, or if it is something else going on. Okay, there we go, we are loading. We need to set the resolution once again, because it doesn't like to hold it. 1080 by 600, not 6,000, 600, there we go. And play. Okay. This new strategy, we are disabling every mod with the exception of Galacticraft, because we can't disable that one because it is installed a little bit differently. You can delete the mod, but that would require messing with your download folder and all that, rather than just going in the Twitch launcher and clicking those little switch things to disable things. Okay, here we go. We've got it coming. It should load a whole lot faster. You guys should see it a whole lot faster because there are no mods being loaded, except for Galacticraft. And here we go. Here we go. Initializing Minecraft engine, loading resource model manager, and we should be almost there. What is it loading? Galacticraft, okay. A lot of Galacticraft stuff. Because I didn't think it had that much to load. Because it seems to be, I thought it would be Chisel that was slowed it down, but Chisel is not even running at the moment. Okay, mods, what do we have? We have Minecraft, Minecraft Coder Pack, Forge Mod Loader, Minecraft Forge, and then we have Galacticraft. Okay, so the basic mods and Galacticraft. 7 mods loaded, technically, in the bottom left corner it says that. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this here. Let's just delete this test world because so that we don't get any compatibility lag. Test world, there we go. Creative, create new world. And we should be good to go. So rather than going through every config, because that would take way too long indeed, we are going to just simply do them one at a time. It was working until recording, so hopefully it's not a recording conflict thing with some software going on. But we shall see. Although I didn't actually test it on this computer, come to think of it. I tested... well, did I? No, I loaded a world. I don't remember if I checked what the frame rate was. And we've got 2 FPS. Okay, switch into spectator mode so we can actually get up out of this tree. Up out of the tree. Okay, so... oh wait, 44? 30? That must have just been a loading thing. Okay. So we've got some... now we're down to 8. Okay, let's see our debug info. We've got... oh, okay, the tick is taking a whole lot quicker, which is very good. Switch into game mode 1. There we go, creative. Alright, so we want to be getting above 60. Oh, we're getting 90 now. Very nice indeed. We should have VSync disabled, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's turn off use VBOs. That sometimes helps, sometimes hinders, depending on the situation. Okay, Oh, we're getting 90, we're getting, okay, 85, so looks like with only Galacticraft installed, it is reasonable. Oh, we're dropping down to 30, so we're kind of struggling a little bit. Oh, you know what, let's just quickly try the process affinity thing that we've done before. So let's set OBS to not use the last core, and let's set, okay, go to details, and let's set, we've done this before, for those of you guys who are unfamiliar, basically what we're doing, setting the process affinity, is setting which programs are allowed to use which cores on the computer. So tell OBS not to use the last core, and then let's tell Minecraft to use the last core. It needs 2 of them though, not properties. We want to go to details. There we go. Go to details. Excellent. Okay, set affinity. We want to take it out of the first core. First couple of cores. There we go. So we should see it should jump. Whoa, okay, we're getting above 100 now. Above 113. Okay. Oh, drop down to 70. Let's see. Now we can go around, and it drops down to 30. Okay, we're staying above 60. Oh, we're staying, well, below 60, but close. 40. Okay, 38. 26. 46. Okay, so we need to get this sped up a bit, because we only have Galacticraft and Forge running right now. And walking around is challenging. So, okay. Yeah, I think, you know what? I don't know what's going on with this. Let's just quickly, the last thing to do, just simply go through the Galacticraft configs. We already went through the Forge configs, but let's go through the Galacticraft configs and see if there's anything to speed it up. What is using a lot right now? Game renderer is using a lot. Oh, what about when we start moving? That's what really does it. Okay, we're still above 60. We're still above 60. We are dropping down to 20. We're dropping down to 20. We are at 60. We are at 49, 50. Okay, so tick is taking a little longer. We've got, I think that says display update is the big blue section. The big purple section is tick, and then the game renderer is the big white section. Okay. Okay, let's quickly go through the Galacticraft configs and see what is going on with that. So, chunk loading. That sounds promising. Promising indeed. We want to load that .conf for config. We want to load that with Notepad. Configuration file, chunk loading. If you don't want each player's chunks to load when they log in, set to false. Okay, that has nothing to do with our speed issue right now. Core.conf. Achievements. Base achievement ID. Client. Setting this to false will revert night skies back to default Minecraft star count. If you have FPS problems, that sounds promising. Setting this to true will help if rocket particles are in your sights. If rocket particles are in your sights. We don't have any rocket particles in our sights. We have grass. Well then, that is not that. Okay. Okay. If you're using this mod in virtual reality, or you can do that? You can use Galacticraft in virtual reality? Really? Or if you don't want the camera changes when entering a Galacticraft vehicle, set this to true. Disable vehicle third person and zoom false. Okay, that's not an FPS thing. If true, this will move the oxygen indicator to the left side. Nope, not that. If true, this will move the oxygen indicator to the bottom. Nope, not that. Where were we? By default, Galacticraft will override capes with the mod's donor cape. Set to false to disable. We don't have capes, so it doesn't matter. Compatibility. Set to... Okay, compatibility. That has some potential. As you can see, we're getting 100 right now. Let's just test the walking around thing. Oh, you know what? Let's raise our render distance. Because a thinking pack had the weird thing where once the chunks were loaded, it actually runs faster. Something like that. So having an increased chunk rendering distance seemed to speed it up sometimes. Let's let that stabilize. Need to wait for it to load everything. Okay. Compatibility has potential. Set to true to make Galacticraft oil register as oil GC. Okay, never mind. Set to true to make Galacticraft fuel register as fuel GC. List non-opaque blocks from other mods that the oxygen sealer should recognize as solid seals. Okay, list blocks from other mods that the sensor glasses should recognize. Enable this if the standard canister recipes. This needs to match the ore dictionary name used in the other mod. Next one should normally be true if you set this to false in a mod pack with other mods with the same metals. Players may be able to craft advanced GC items without traveling to the moon, Mars, and stuff like that. Next one, the normal factor is 1, increases to 2 to 5 if other mods with a lot of oil are installed. Okay, never mind. Controls, mouse drag, okay, set to true to invert the mouse scroll. Difficulty, spaceships will not explode on contact if set to true. Solar panels will work. Next one, set this to true for less metal use. Next one, set this to true for increased difficulty. There's a lot of settings here. There are a lot of settings here. Set this to true for a challenging adventure. Oh, okay, we got back up to 60 FPS now after loading the more chunks. Okay, we're getting 30, 20, 30, 20. Okay, let's try with the lower render distance once again. 5. There we go. 90, 19, 30, 61, 82, 91, 101. There we go, we're getting better. 70, oh, slightly below 60, got 40, got 33, 36. Okay, so there are a whole lot of settings to go through. I think I'm just gonna have to go through this off of the stream because there's just way too many settings to go through. We are having the problem right now. All we have at the moment is Galacticraft installed, and we are barely moving around. Like, we're dropping down to 40 just from moving around. And I doubt it's Galacticraft doing that, but it could be. But I doubt it. But definitely, when we add the other mods in, it gets crazy. So, I don't know if you guys have the same issue. Go ahead and let me know if you happen to try it out and happen to fix it or whatever. And I will keep working on this, and see you guys on Wednesday for the minigames live stream on YouTube. See you guys later!